Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. So we're in a war with the Ottoman Empire and the United States, and it's going... it definitely could be going better, but it could be going worse as well. I got this army out here not doing anything, but I'm going to merge them into this front, and hopefully we'll be able to snag Morocco. And that'll be fine. It's going to be great. We are losing a battle over here. We're losing battles over here. Okay, maybe we'll snag another army and move them over here to this front. Okay, you're gonna go by sea. All right. Well, that makes a certain degree of sense. Excuse me. Corsica Market Hub is being blockaded. Interesting. Ah, there's an enemy fleet here. Very well. I'm gonna set both of these fellas to interception. And where's my other fleet? I'm gonna move them there as well. We're gonna go from we're gonna be interception maxing over here, and hopefully that's gonna sort our situation. Again, we're occupying a lot of the Ottoman Empire. We're occupying a lot of Morocco, and we're moving forward in Morocco. So here's hoping we get out. Got a lot going on. Okay, chill out. First French Expeditionary Force, you're a little bit short on supply, and that's why you're short on organization. But now we're hunting enemy fleets, so that shouldn't be a problem. Devil's Railroad. Workers on the railway in Guinea are dying in droves due to the harsh malarial conditions and the extreme demands placed upon them. Every mile is marked with gravestones, every track laid in blood. Malady and the scorching heat blister our bodies. We pave the road to hell with our lives. Full steam ahead, extra mortality. Or this is too high a price to pay, reduce state construction efficiency. I'm gonna go with the mortality once again. I've got to have railways. Friends, there's no other way to put it. How close are we to... Oh, women in the workforce is back down to 7%. That's a tragedy. Threshing machines is unlocked. Very good. So how close are we to getting the Ottomans out of here? It's going to be a bit. So I need to keep my main force over here, which is a shame. We are continuing to move forward in all of our battles in Morocco, though. So hopefully once we get Al Rif, we'll be good to go over here. Unfortunately, we keep landing battles in other states. Ooh, and the enemy's actually winning in some of these now. These two armies... This army's really low in org, but it's going up. Alright. So we've knocked down the enemy fleets. There's still an enemy fleet over here. No, we're still fighting here. I saw that there were battles. Okay, we're winning battles in the sea over here. So that should be good. I got the army of northern France. I don't want to move them. Perhaps what I'll do is bring them to Morocco. And then move the army of West Africa to France. Oop. This army needs more leaders. Let me see. This guy's a tactful woodland combat expert. Bring him right in. Let me do a quick pass through these armies just to make sure we're at command capacity. We're not. Actually, Army of Southern France needs a little bit more command capacity. These fellows are all quite old, but we'll give them some promotions just to make sure we've got a little bit of a buffer there. Everyone else seems pretty good. Alright. Again, this front seems like we're down real bad. Alright, Army of West Africa is almost ready to be moved out. And here we go. Put them back in France. Ah, we're still losing battles over here. Despite the force comparison being pretty good, we're losing battles. This army It's really low on organization. I'm not sure why. And what about this one? They're doing fine. Yeah, so these some of these fronts are quite rough. Oh my goodness. We got a split front over in the Hejaz here. Oh, that sucks. Hey, war propaganda unlocked. Wonderful. Yeah, we're not doing super hot. In fact, I actually need this army over here because I need to make sure that the enemy doesn't get, because these are my war goals over here. I need to make sure the enemy doesn't get a hold of them. I need more forces. This is bananas. Army of East Africa. What is this indicator here? No military access. You're in Libya. Why are you in Libya? Wait, what does this actually mean? Okay, so that's why you're suffering an org reduction. Okay, so you're... But they're moving. They're moving. Again, I just need to hold these lines. Because I feel like if I can push the... Oh, actually... If I can push the Ottomans out of this thing, they'll just bail. USA also I can outlast. Because I'm still holding quite a few areas here. In fact, I think both of these armies can leave Tripolitania. I don't need to be holding Tripolitania. Law stalled. Gosh dang it. Legislative failures. Despite many efforts on the part of the government to successfully revive women in the workplace from its present imbroglio, the law has come to be regarded as nothing but an inevitable failure. That bill? Please don't talk to me about it. I would say it's better just pretend it never happened, don't you agree? Certainly, but that won't stop that fool from asking about it every day. We must sponsor a complete rewrite of the bill. So that puts us in one setback, but that's alright. These things happen. Alright. I think... Okay, so the army of northern France and the army of southern France are both in. Both of their conscripts are pretty well raised, but I think I'm going to increase their amount of conscription. Hey, stop it. Why are we still... Okay, there we go. Something bugged out there. I'm adding a lot of conscripts to these armies, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to help us win our war, and that's what matters. You know, being in Europe is all about feeding generations to the meat grinder in this game. And boy howdy, does that appear to be our goal here. Alright, so we got an army on the way here. And hopefully this won't just devour all of our gains. The Confederation of the Rhine completed. What does that mean? Did we get an event? I don't know what to... I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what completes the Confederation of the Rhine event. Okay, these armies are going. We are winning a battle here in Fez. Okay, Fez is the capital. Sorry, I thought Al Rif was the capital for some reason. I'm not sure why I thought that. We got pretty good occupation of Fez. Again, if we can get Fez, we can get Morocco to stop being having war support protection, and that'll be fine. So, Ottoman Empire is now at negative and losing war support pretty fast. And again, if we can simply continue to win on this front, we can get them out of there. I'm realizing making the Ottoman Empire my priority might have been a mistake, because the United States has really done a lot more work over here. But that is what it is. Any other enemy fleets I can go after? It doesn't appear so. So let's go to maybe we try locking down Morocco. And maybe we'll put these fellows on blockade and lock down the Ottoman Empire, and then that's going to make life difficult for everyone else. Alright, Army of North Africa, where are you at? You're in North Africa. Okay. And you're low in org due to a supply shortage. I can't do anything about that. Alright, beautiful. So, Ottoman Empire is out. That's very good. That means French Expeditionary Force is on its way to North Africa to fight. And they should be able to successfully... No military access in Aleppo. Right, because that's Ottoman territory. But it won't be too long before they're on the ocean. So now, I'm going to put these fellas in Morocco. And hopefully we can close out that front real good. Weapons of War. An article has been published by the French Times about some of the weapons which our country uses in the ongoing Kingdom of France versus Morocco war. The article focuses on the machine gun, a terrifying weapon which tears through flesh and bone at an almost inhuman rate. Members of the public are calling for the use of such weapons to be restricted. Such foul instruments of pain and torment have no place on Earth. Don't restrict them. We lose 10 war support, intelligentsia gets salty, or cover up their usage, reduced authority. I'm going to not restrict them. I can afford to lose a little war support. I've got war support protection out the wazoo right now. Someone's trying to do investment rights on Tahiti. United States is, but they're not going there. But anyway, as long as I can continue to hold West Sahara, which is here, and French Inner Morocco, which is here, I should be fine. I also want to liberate Aita Bas, which is... Where? Where's Aita Bas? Aita Bas is here. Aita Bas is here in Constantine. That's right. I remember Aita Bas. Alright. Are we winning over here? We finally are. So this should get me Fez, which should cause... if this battle's a success, I will get Fez. And that will cause the enemy to lose war support protection. And once they lose war support protection, I can simply steal all of the territory which I desire. Nice. Alright, Fez is mine. And now they are fully... and now they no longer have war support protection, which means I can actually win my war. So, let's take a quick look at... So this war is going to be over moderately soon. So let's take a quick look at how things went. We lost 480k dead, of which 380k were French. Wounded about a million. The other side, a total of about 550k dead for America and various other factions. Wounded about 1.1 million. Now, we don't get to see the Ottoman Empire's numbers in here because they're actually not in the war anymore. But that's about the size of things. Army of East Africa is still over here, working this front as well as they can work it. You get them. You get them, Army of East Africa. Army of West Africa has a supply I don't know how. I don't know why this army has a supply shortage. Oh, from the Niger HQ. That's why. Because America's holding this territory over here. That's why. That's why they've got low supply. I get it. So, how much longer are we going to have to do this thing? Let's just make it quick. Morocco's negatives are 36. America's are 3. America is losing more than almost 4 war support per day, so this is only going to be 3 more weeks. Morocco is losing 4 per week, so that's going to be like another 7 weeks or so. Alright, so we got to get them down to like 50 or below, which should be fine. And again, we're spending a lot of money over here, but we've never had a problem with money during this this playthrough, to be honest. How's the investment pool? Investment pool is not even depleting itself at a rate that would matter. Ooh, new mandate available. Wonderful. Let's go with Advanced Research 2. This is going to get us extra tech spread. Well, we already had the extra tech spread. We don't have the reduced ahead of time penalty, but that's fine. That's not that important. It's the extra innovation cap that I really want. because that'll allow me to build up a bunch more universities and really get things done. Come on, women in the workforce. Man, I hope I get my shit together to do right of assembly after this, because the industrialists are going to be big mad if I don't. But I want to give women jobs. I want to give jobs to women. We're actually, it looks like we're winning up on this front, which is pretty shocking, but also pretty cool. I did a major second wave of conscription, and it has made the army very expensive to maintain, but it's alright. Oh, and USA bailed out of the war. Well, that should be the end of it at this point. They are willing to accept all of our conditions. Propose. Excellent. We did it. And now cash flow is doing a lot better. So, that was a very successful war. I achieved. I'm very pleased with how that went. We're back down to position 2 now that all those units are not mobilized. But we're pretty close, so what I'm going to do, in order to achieve even more, an even higher degree of strength here, is I am going to build myself a new fleet. I've got an upgrade all units button. We have some miscellaneous levels of units. Shouldn't be a problem. I'm just gonna hit that button, and then we're gonna create a new fleet. We're gonna create it in the France HQ. Someone else trying to kick off a war here? And then a Halcyon radical revolt. Not my business, but fun. Okay. First, light ships. Let's stack some bases in Corsica. I'm actually pretty short on naval base capacity at this point. So we're going to have to stack some of these in Africa. Let me see, that's 50. We'll do an additional 10. We'll do a 60 and 40. We'll do a 60 and 50 split. So we'll do 20 each of these locations in Africa. 2 more in Corsica, and then we need 2 more blocks of 10s to Normandy and French Low Countries. And that should be just fine. I need... You think I should have an admiral for this fleet? Maybe. Ooh, we got an industrialists guy. That's fun. Let's give him all of the freaking promotions. That's what we want. Now, before I forget, I need to reset production methods all across Morocco. Timbuktu, what's our default gas street light? Oh, because most of our empire is unpowered. Alright, and now we need some more railways. We gotta get railways building, friends. It's bad. I'm down extremely bad. Alright, come on, Vicky 3. You can load this interface. I believe in you. Alright. We're just gonna put these at the top of the queue. 2 levels here. 3 levels here. 2 levels here. 6 levels here. 2 levels here, and then anywhere we're close, yeah, we need 2 levels there, 2 levels. Good. 1 level. Languedoc could use 1 level. One each there, and Wallonia should be good. What about Corsica? Corsica's doing fine. Tunisia's borked. We'll build up infrastructure there. Now what about Morocco? What about our freshly captured territory of Morocco? Doesn't seem like there's too much of a shortage here. Alright, let's take a look at our subjects. Do these tabs change? Oh, there's a countries tab. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, you can look at who's got infamy. That's pretty fun. So, Egypt is pretty high in liberty desire, but they're going down. So that's very good. Sokoto, same. Well, no, Sokoto is going down. That's good. All right. That's quite good. I'm feeling very pleased with this. Soon I'll be able to turn Egypt into a subject, and that will be just fine. Now, am I able to build these naval bases while I'm built? Yes, I am. All right, so that'll eventually get us to the point where we surpass the British. And let me see, where else are we tech-wise? Oh, yes, the telephone will be very, very good. Okay, so we've actually got quite a few different techs we're working on in the tier 4s for production. But I think once this gets complete, once we've got the steam turbine, we're going to circle back to military. And we're going to finish out... Ooh, we got sealing strategies already spreading to us. So that's very, very good. So I think we'll go directly to Dreadnought. Because sealing strategies is going to finish before this. Oh! And then we'll do defense in depth. Then we'll do wargaming. We'll knock out the remainder of the tier 4s. And then perhaps we'll go to NCO training. And that'll be nice. How fast is our power block progression? It's very fast at this point. So I'm feeling very good about our capacity over that. Are we friends with the Netherlands? We are indeed. Our leverage over Portugal has never been lower, and I'm not really... well, that's not true. We are progressing towards more, so hopefully that'll increase. Maybe... no, the infamy's not reducing our leverage gain. American access in a bunch of different places is goobered. Oh, these are just the places that I built up. Electricity shortage in Pick-out D, though. Let's go ahead and throw in... let's go ahead and subsidize the things here. Yeah, they've got enough. They've got enough. They're actually just... we need to subsidize them. How's cash flow? We're paying a lot in subsidies for all these railways, but that's all right. We're paying a lot in subventions for dye, tools, and grain. And the 30K in additional expenses is from what? Ah, the Suez Purchase. Well, that'll be fine. That simply is what it is. Feeling good overall with the way things stand cash flow-wise. I think I will drop government wages and military wages back to Midland. Although, well, I'll drop government wages back to Midland. Because I don't need the extra authority, and because extra prestige from army power projection is really, really strong. Particularly when I'm in my race to hit the top position. Which I finally have done, happily. Get wrecked, Great Britain. Alright, United States. Let's chill out a bit. You have decided that I'm your rival. I don't desire to be rivals with you. You have the capacity to create problems for me, and I don't like it. Legislation imposed on Sokoto refused. They refused our demand that they enact racial segregation. The ambassador returns, bearing news of the rejection. They chose pride over progress, he reports. The silence that follows lies heavy in the council chamber. How ought we to react to such insubordination? How indeed? I don't know that there's all that much that we can do. Relations with them are not great, interestingly, so let's improve them. Do we have any other subjects with relations that are not ideal? Actually... hold on. Before I get too buck wild with this. Okay, only Egypt I've still got as a protectorate. Alright. Just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't putting myself in a situation where... oh my gosh, these railways in Tunisia are absolutely buggered. Tunisia. Is this just because of the frickin'... It's the devastation and turmoil. Oh, man. The Eiffel Tower. I feel like this event was supposed to happen a while ago. With the construction of the Eiffel Tower, the Parisian public is divided. While some argue that the building shall become their most notorious landmark, others refer to it as the Giant Radio Tower. We, writers, painters, sculptors, architects, and passionate devotees of the hitherto untouched beauty of Paris, protest with all our strength, with all our indignation, in the name of slighted French taste, against the erection of this useless and monstrous Eiffel Tower. They're wrong. This building is Paris itself. Reduced bureaucracy, extra prestige. Alexandre Gustave Eiffel appears in France. Interesting. Now that they say it, intelligentsia happy, industrialists mad. Alexandre Gustave Eiffel appears. It'll be demolished in less than 10 years anyway. Academics, loyalists, machinists, radical. You know what? I've got plenty of bureaucracy. I'm going to go with the first one. They're wrong. This building is Paris itself. Wow, I just annihilated my bureaucracy lead. That's extremely funny. Speaking of bureaucracy, I was wondering why our cash flow seemed a little bit weaker than it's been. It's because we're not collecting taxes sufficiently in a bunch of places. Because we built up a frickin' ginormous army. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and use the building functionality, and this time, this time you're going to see how smart I do it. Tax capacity, we're going to sort by tax capacity. So, Normandy, you need 6 levels. Brittany, you need 4 levels. Auvergne-Limousin, you need 3 levels. Languedoc, you need 3 levels. Alsace-Lorraine, you need 2 levels. Aquitaine, you need 1 level. Maine-Anjou, Franche-Comté, and Lorraine, you could each use a level yourselves. We'll circle back and provide 1 more in Aquitaine just to be nice, and that will be enough government for now. Now, are these more important than the fleets? I think now that we're in position 1, they are. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw all the fleets that are not yet under construction at the bottom of the queue, and then the other places will get built. We're also almost done with these railways, so that's going to be fine. I'm going to need to find a way to figure out how to spend some cash. Oh man, we're doing really well with women in the workplace. Unfortunately, where'd that petition go? A different Oh, Alexandre Gustave Eiffel is now the head of the industrialists, and he's a feminist. Feminist? You? No one believes this. That's delightful. And, okay, so he's achieving. So that's why this success chance is so high now, because now the industrialists are in. Exciting. Art Nouveau, the spread of a new artistic style inspired by nature, imitating the sinuous curves of plants through robust iron and glass, to convey the contradictions of progress, has reached Paris' higher spheres. Well, you know, I just painted on. I went on, without design or sketch. It grew as I painted. And toward the end I reached such a point of perfection, putting in every touch with such freedom, that when I came around the corner where I started, why, I had to paint part of it over again, as the difference would have been too marked. And the harmony in blue and gold developing, you know, I forgot everything in my joy of it. This new style is truly mesmerizing. France becomes obsessed with fine art, so no change there. Arts Academy building throughput, 20%. And they say paint without a design. Well, it shows. 5% of academics and aristocrats become radicalized and reduce Arts Academy throughput. I'm definitely going to do the first one. I would love to be obsessed with fine art. A French Woman's Travels. A popular set of travel writings by a female author have been published, lending support for the women in the workplace law. She's traveled all over on her own. It's said she even rides her horse frontwards like a man. What a boon for our cause. Extra enacting success chance. Or maybe we could get a bigger publisher. More success chance, but rural folk unhappy. The rural folk are already unhappy. I don't want to piss them off anymore. I'm fine with 10% enactment chance. I'm happy with that. Alright, so I got a lot of things that need to be built. We're building a bunch of government buildings. By golly, I'm going to find out what happens when the Scramble for Africa event chain finishes, because I have places I can colonize. Oh, lovely. I'm doing big colonization. I got colony growth out the wazoo over here. So basically the next step is Bagmiri and Darfur, and then we're gonna start snagging these countries. Because I'm just so curious. Because I genuinely don't. Oh, Ashanti, I still need to get. Are relations too good? They are. What if you became a protectorate of mine? 3.7 infamy. That's very reasonable. I could take Ashanti as a protectorate. Corporate governance unlocked. Oh boy. I can form a canal company. I'm going to form a canal company. Give me a canal company. Iron metal, French paper. Suez Canal Company. Oh, and they give me extra max number of companies. Establish. Shabamzo. So that means I can form another company as well. So far they produce Swift Merchant Marine. That's fun. Okay, so, let me see. And I can give them additional industry rights to shipyards. I don't know if I want to do that. Shipyard's very hard to keep profitable. I'll give them investment rights at least. All my other companies have investment rights, right? I'm not making that up. Oh, Schneider doesn't. And there's the telephone. Also, Escadre du Nord needs another leader. I'm just going to throw in another guy. This guy's a meticulous dockyard organizer and a Bonapartist. I think he'll be fine. We'll throw him up to level 4. So that when our old fella passes away, that navy will be fine. That fleet will be fine. Oh boy. Oh boy. We got events. We got events. The most dangerous game. Oh my gosh. This event's been implemented once again. Returning from a safari expedition, Leopold Dupetit-Thouars was marooned on a small island in the West Indies. There he was hunted like an animal by the Ottoman aristocrat Osman Shishi. Splendid. One of us is to furnish a repast for the hounds. The other will sleep on this very excellent bed. On guard, Leopold. So he's the leader of the rural folk. Barbaric. Decays relations, and he dies. Who's the new leader of the rural folk? Someone happier, I hope. Ooh, a Bonapartist. Wonderful. That is just wonderful. That having been said, that is all the time we've got for this episode. We won our war. It was a tough one, but we won it, and I'm very pleased. I've had fun this episode. I hope you all have as well, and I will see you on the other side.